After the last name was called, all the kids who just own awards stood next to each other on stage, and Mr. Tushman said to the audience, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am very honored to present to you this year's Beecher Prep School Scholastic Achievers. Congratulations to all of you." I upload as the kids on stage bowed. I was so happy. For summer, the final award this morning, said Mr. Tushman after the kids on stage had returned to their seats, is the Henry Ward Beecher Medal to honor students who have been notable or exemplary in certain areas throughout the school year. Typically, this medal has been our way of acknowledging volunteerism or service to the school. I immediately figured Charlotte would get this medal because she organized the code drive this year, so I kind of zoned out a bit again. I looked at my watch, 10:56. I was getting hungry for lunch already. Henry Ward Beecher was, of course, the 19th century abolitionist and fiery sermonizer for human rights, after whom this school was named, Mr. Tushman was saying when I started paying attention again. While reading up on his life in preparing preparation for this award, I came up in a passage that he wrote that seemed particularly consistent with the themes I touched on earlier, themes I've been ruminating open all year long. Not just the nature of kindness, but the nature of one's kindness, the power of one's friendship, but the nature of one's kindness, the power of one's friendship, the test of one's character, the strength of one's courage, and here the weirdest thing happened. Mr. Tushman's voice cracked a bit, like he got all choked up. He actually cleared his throat and took a big sip of water. I started paying attention for real now. To what he was saying. The strangest of one's courage, he repeated quietly, nodding and smiling. Held up He held up his right hand like he was counting off courage, kindness, friendship, character. These are the qualities that define us as human beings, that propel us on occasion to greatness. And this is what the Henry Ward Beecher Medal is about, recognizing greatness. But how do we do that? How do we measure something like greatness? Again, there's no yardstick for that kind of thing. How do we even define it? Well, Beecher actually, we had an answer for that. He put his reading glasses on again, leafed through a book, and started to read. Greatness, wrote Beecher, lies not in being strong, but in the right using of strength. He is the greatest whose strangest strength carries up the most hearts. And again, out of the blue, he got all chucked up. He put his two index fingers over his mouth for a second before continuing. He's the greatest, he finally continued, whose strength carries up the most hearts by occasion of his own. Without further ado, this year I am very proud to the Henry Ward Beecher Medal to the student whose quiet strength has carried up the most hearts. So, will August Pullman please come up here to receive this award?